ಹಾಯ್ ಎವ್ರಿವನ್ CM-EduCity ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋಗೆ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಈಗ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ KSET ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 54 ಡೇಸ್ ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ MCQs ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೆ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಜೊತೆ ಇದು ಡೇ 2ದು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಕು. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 15 MCQs ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ 15 MCQs ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಆಪ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್. So we are trying to cover both paper 1 and paper 2 simultaneously, so which can help the students to test their learning path. And ಈಗ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. MCQs ಇದೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ 5 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಟೈಮು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ PPT ಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮದು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಸಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ದು ಲಿಂಕ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಹಾಕ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ MCQಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಓನ್ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. First question is, which form of business organization is owned and controlled by a single individual? The answer is B, the sole proprietorship. We already know the sole proprietorship is a single person handling the entire business, so the entire liability, everything will be liable by the individual person. The second question is, the major advantage of sole proprietorship is. The answer is quick decision making. As we know, the single person is handling entire business. He can take any decision without asking anyone, because if it is a partnership form or any form of business, they need to ask the permission from any upper level management or like stakeholders or directors. But in a sole proprietorship, he can take a decision by his own and no need to ask anyone. That question is, the liability of sole proprietor is generally. Answer is B, unlimited, because he is the single person handling entire business. He has to obligate all the responsibilities. The question number 4, a partnership is formed through an agreement between. This is the major criteria you have to answer. The answer is option B, two or more persons. And we know in partnership, over the partner they have to share the profit and losses based upon the profit sharing ratio, whether it may be equally or like based upon their agreed profit sharing ratio. Which documents generally contains the terms agreed among the partners? This is also the main important thing, you have to go through it. The answer is the partnership deed. You have the separate concept in partnership deed. The partnership deed contains everything, all the information, which is the place of the organization, partners, their obligations, their liabilities, and their contribution. Everything will be recorded in the partnership deed. It is like a Bible, or else it is like a constitution for the partnership. In a partnership, a mutual agency means. The mutual agency means the option A, every partner can bind the firm through acts within authority. The next question, which form of organization as a separate legal entity distinct from the members? The answer is option C, a company. A company is a separate legal person from its member. As we know, like company, it's we know the major feature of the company. It's a legal, separate legal entity. No one not supposed to influence anything for the company. And the eighth one is, perpetual association is a characteristics generally associated with. The answer is B, a company. Next question, the owners of a company are generally known as. This is also most important thing. You may get confused here, so please be more careful. The answer is B, the shareholders. The next question, the liability of shareholders in a company limited by shares is generally limited to. Option B, the unpaid amount on their shares. The next question is, which is a common advantage of a company or sole proprietorship? The answer is B, a limited liability. The next question is, which form is based primarily on mutual help and voluntary association? The answer is option A, cooperative society. Cooperatives are formed to promote the common economic interest of members. The next question is, a cooperative society generally follows the principle of, the option is one member, one vote. The next question is, which form is most suitable when one entrepreneur wants to complete a control with relatively simple formation? The answer is option A, sole proprietorship. The next question is, which form is generally better suited for raising a large amounts of capital from many investors? This is like one of the major area. The answer is public company. As we know, in a public company, they can issue the shares to the public, but in private company, it is limited. They're not supposed to issue the shares. The next question is, research is best described as. The answer is option B, systematic investigations to establish facts or develop knowledge. So this is also one of the important chapter like area you have to cover, and you can expect more question from the research and teaching aptitude. The next question, the first major step in research process is usually, option B, identification and formation of the research problem. And the next question is, a hypothesis is. The answer is option B, a tentative statement that can be tested. The next question, which research is mainly concerned with solving an immediate practical problem? The answer is option B, applied research. The next question, a study that describes the characteristics of population without manipulating variables is commonly. The answer is option A, descriptive research. The next question, in experimental research, the researcher primarily studies, option A, cause and effect relationships. Question, a literature review is important because it helps the researcher, option B, understand existing knowledge and identify gaps. The next question, a sample is, option B, a subset selected from the population. The next question, which sampling method gives every population member an equal known a chance of selection? Option is B, a simple random sampling. The next question, a questionnaire is primarily used as a tool for, option A, data collection. The next question, a reliability of research instrument refers mainly to, the correct option is option A, a consistency of measurement. The next question is, validity of an instrument refers to whether it. The next question is, sorry, next, the correct answer is measures what it is intended to measure. The next question, Which is an example of primary data? This is the main important thing while collecting the data. You may get a primary data, secondary data. So it is related to primary data. One hint, the answer is A, information collected directly by the researcher from the respondent. The next question is plagiarism means. This is the concept who are doing the research or who are doing the PhD. They have to know, because you have to publish the research report, a PhD report. You have to know about it. Unless the answer is option A, using another person's work or ideas without proper acknowledgement. The last question is the main purpose of a pilot study is. Answer is option A, test and refine research procedures before the main study. I hope you answered most of the question, because these questions not that much harder. It is like a moderate of difficulty. And this is your a scorecard. If you're, as I told yesterday, if you are scoring more than 24 plus, you are in a good learning path. You have to keep up the same learning. If you're getting below 24 marks, you have to change your learning method, or like you have to learn more. That's all I can say. And if you need any help from our end to identify your learning path and where you're trending, please comment in the comment section, or like please reach out to us. Definitely will there to help. And one more request, those who are visiting first time, please do subscribe. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋಗೆಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ KSET ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಕ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.